It's a hockey stream on episode 546 of the VIG Lounge as the Pittsburgh Penguins welcome the Dallas Stars to PPG Paints Arena. Can the Penguins take the Stars out of the sky, or will the Stars be shining bright courtesy of their high-powered offense? There's only one way to find out. Before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to the Penguins and Stars here on the VIG Lounge. Dallas wins the opening draw, and we're underway in period number one. Brian Rust with a takeaway, fires a shot, rebound for Raquel, turned aside. And now Rust has it behind the net, fires up, front, denied again by the Stars netminder. Matt Duchene carries in for Big D. Now to Robertson. Handled by Skinner, and he will hang on. Little under 2 minutes off the clock, as we're already highlighting Jake Ottinger. He is the most absorbent sponge towel in this game, apparently. Now we see profile for Thomas Harley. I always want to say Tomas because of Tomas Hurdle with Vegas, but I know that's not right. Rust was nearly free and clear, but it got blocked off. Puck knocked away. Regathered by Sidney Crosby. He'll dump it in. Left it along the wall for Brian Rust. Rust pops out in front again. He's had some great opportunities. This one didn't go to the net, though. And now Robertson breaks away. And a nice passing play up high for Rantanen, but it didn't go. And now Crosby will gain entry for the Penguins, and a shot denied again by Ottinger down low. Each goalie's now been settled in, making three saves apiece, rather. And we're nearly 5 minutes into the first. Another one draw for Dallas. Labushkin gave it away to his countryman in Malkin. Lundell. And the shot, or the pass rather, just ricochets nearly into the Penguin zone. It's now given away. Pass to Girard. What a save by Ottinger. Probably his best so far. Girard once again denied, as he is dancing out there for a bit. Now Clifton with a drive, as we are without Erik Karlsson and Chris Letang, as the Penguins' right side is decimated in this playthrough. Doesn't look like there'll be lengthy absences, thankfully, but still, it's a lot to deal with. So I've had to do some shuffling and call up the young Harrison Brunick, get some more NHL ice time. And Ottinger will get a whistle once again with 11:25 to go in period number one. Highlighting Jake Ottinger once again. If they keep doing it, I'm going to just skip some of them because it's kind of annoying to see the same player highlighted over and over again. I'd even do that if it was doing it with a Penguin too after a while, you know? It just kind of gets frustrating. Bastian. Across, denied by Skinner. Another chance turned away by Stuart Skinner. Blocked away. Penguins are trying to get it out. Having a real hard time getting it out of the zone. And a board battle ensues. Pittsburgh comes away with it. On the right side to Ben Kindle. Kindle trying to break in, but it was a wall of humanity that stopped him. Brazeau with a chance, and another save for Ottinger. Pittsburgh with a slight edge in shot, 7-6. 8:39 remaining in period number one. Blake Lizotte finally wins the draw for the Penguins. And Connor Clifton is in! Great chance turned away by Ottinger once again. Up the left side now to Connor Dewar. He will send it in. Collected along the wall by Clifton, who jumps up on the rush. Another chance for Connor. He's had a couple of great looks. It's just that Jake Ottinger's had the answer for both of them. Save made by Stuart Skinner. I was actually hoping to see Casey DeSmith for the Penguins connection. But be that as it may, Dallas wants to go with their best netminder. You can't blame them. Even though, from what I understand, DeSmith has done very well for Dallas in the backup role this year too. So good for him, I suppose. Another shot handled by Ottinger and turned away. I believe that was Heiskanen. Trying to carry it in. Rust had it and lost it. Rebound. Backhand to the net. Raquel turned away. Back out to the blue line. One-timer on the pass from Brunick. Brunick recollects. Fires denied by Ottinger. Back to the blue line as Raquel was covering at the point. Parker Wotherspoon throws the body. Gathered for Rust. Up now to Sidney Crosby. He gets it knocked off his stick. Fast-moving first period. Very few whistles because there hasn't been any goals or icings for that matter. Now Wotherspoon will carry it in. Wotherspoon scores on his own rebound! He can legally score a goal! Parker Wotherspoon gets the Penguins the late lead in the first. And of course, I've got a question for you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice, baby. Pittsburgh with the late 1-0 lead here at the first. And Parker Wotherspoon's become a force on the back end offensively with 15 goals on this campaign. And it was traffic. And a stick got there before Ottinger could for the rebound, and the Penguins have gotten a late lead, and it might get bigger for Malkin. No! Denied by Ottinger. And the puck goes out of play into the Penguins bench with 4.9 on the clock in period one. Yeah, we're looking at Ottinger again. But Stuart Skinner so far is the one who has not yielded anything. St. Ivany with a shot wide behind the net. And that'll do it for period one. Parker Wotherspoon gets the Penguins the lead. It's 1-0 after 20 minutes. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 15-8 in favor of the Pens. Hits dead even at 9 apiece. The face-off dot's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. 5-2 in favor of Dallas. We won a couple. I thought I only won one. And a slight edge in passing as well. We'll see what happens in period number 2 if we can maintain the passing percentage and maybe win a couple more draws. We'll have to maintain that as best we can, of course. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period is all about, shall we? And Dallas wins the opening draw once again. We'll look to carry it in. Duchesne to the net, and he scores. Showing he's still got some speed left as he's on the back nine of his NHL career, but a very nice play early as Dallas all knotted up at 1. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that Skinner was doing better, but gotta give him credit. Nice play. Sidney Crosby wins the draw this time. And Rust will carry it in. Fires a shot right into the breadbasket of Ottinger. And Duchesne is away once again. This time Stuart Skinner has the answer. Wotherspoon with a great defensive play. Knocked down though. Big drive handled by Skinner. And Rust will gain the red line and send it in. Collected along the wall by Raquel. Tried to get a shot away and was blocked off by Duchesne. Harley finds Robertson, but then finds Rantanen. Pittsburgh shuts it down, and it's sent in. Icing somehow. I didn't think that it was that bad, was it? $16:10 remaining in the second frame. Tommy Novak cuts back, shoots, scores! What a goal! How about a shot of Novak as the Penguins are back up by 1. He just blocked Labushkin and then went against the grain and was able to find some daylight. Tyler Seguin saves Skinner, rebound, Skinner got that too. And the puck is played away to the corner. Chinikov will send it in. Novak, the goal scorer. Off to Chinikov, and that's turned away by Ottinger. Johnston, another one of the offensive threats for Dallas. Had it knocked off his stick, but that's icing. Now we're taking a look at the goaltending matchup. Stuart Skinner and Jake Ottinger. Ben Kindle. Up to Connor Clifton. Denied again by Ottinger. Clifton has had his chances. He just has not been able to find the back of the net. Big drive by Shea, the former one-time Dallas Star. And Ottinger will swallow that one with 11:19 to go in period 2. Pittsburgh with a 2-1 lead, looking for more. Ryan Shea tried to stay with it defensively. Skinner had to make the save. Now Mantha will send it in. Heiskanen collects it first for Dallas. Off to Jamie Benn. Now to Bastian. Anthony Mantha will carry it in this time. Trying to create some space for some reinforcements. St. Ivany lets it go. Who's back into the lineup courtesy of the injuries to Letang and Carlson. St. Ivany with a shot turned away once again by Ottinger. Now rushed out in front, denied again by Ottinger, and with some help from the post. My goodness. St. Ivany looks to step up. Up now to Raquel. Puck dumped it. Now it's Raquel, denied by Ottinger. Raquel's got it again, rebound, and Ottinger has it roll in on him. He will make the save and get the whistle once again with 3:53 to go. Highlighting dynamic Stars forward Jason Robertson. Subject of trade rumors, surprisingly. And it's been linked to Pittsburgh. Connor Clifton in again. I mean, I would love to have Jason Robertson, but I'd also be thinking, Jim Nill would be out of his mind to get rid of Jason Robertson. I believe he's their leading scorer right now, too. So, again, it's got to be just ridiculous trade rumors, but we'll see in the offseason if Jason Robertson moves. But I could see Nick Robertson becoming a Penguin before Jason, but I would take Jason Robertson in a second, don't get me wrong. Connor Clifton tried a one-touch, but it was not able to work. Now he's got it, 75-55. Nola Chari knocked off his stick. Rantanen. Oh, what a save by Skinner as the number one line for the Stars got a chance against the Penguins' third D pairing, and Stuart Skinner was able to hold the fort for that one. We are as we were through two periods of play. 1-goal lead for the Penguins. This time, though, it's 2-1 instead of 1-0. And there is the go-ahead goal off the stick of Tommy Novak to give the Penguins that 2-1 lead. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 23-17 in favor of the Penguins. Slight edge in hits now to Pittsburgh, 16-14. Or 16-15, excuse me. Passing percentage, slight edge now. Well, more than a slight edge. It's actually 5%, so we'll give it that. We won a couple more draws. Go us. We're losing 10-4, but that's fine. Leading on the scoreboard, so that's where it counts. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action coming at you next here on the VIG line. Knockdown. Pass across. Wotherspoon. Got it to Raquel. Raquel looking to break in. He'll shoot, denied by Ottinger. Wotherspoon in again, and he couldn't get the shot away. Back out to the blue line. Collected by Brunik. He'll let it go. Off the pad of Ottinger. Brian Rust jars the puck through. Still collected by the Stars, though. Nice defensive play. Brunik's got it. He'll get it up to Novak. Novak will send it in. Rust collects it along the wall, cuts back, denied, as the second line now is coming on. Sets up the one-timer. That goes off the pad of Ottinger and back to the possession of Dallas. Pass across to Malkin. Up now to Gerard. Gerard gets it in. Clifton. First man to it for Pittsburgh. He has had all kinds of chances. He just has not found the back of the net. Igor Chinikov with a bulldozing hit there. Novak battles for it along the wall, gets it to Chinikov. And tried to complete the passing to Gerard, but that's an icing call. 12:21 to go. As Pittsburgh holds on to the 1-goal lead. Look at that, we're highlighting Stuart Skinner as he robs Matt Duchene. And made a couple of more great saves. .932 save percentage, not too shabby. .920 save percentage on the year. Chinikov is in. He creates some space for himself. He'll fire, denied by Ottinger. He has done a lot of that. Stopping 27 of 29, at least thus far. See, that's why I don't need edge stats to tell me that. One guy can read and do basic math. Ben Kindle with a chance, denied, and the puck is held by Ottinger with a Dallas Star nearly falling on top of his own goaltender. Yeah, we don't need to see that. We've seen Jake Ottinger about 3 times now. I'm kind of getting tired of it. Show me something else for Dallas. I'll take a hit. I'll take a shot. Anything. Hell, even if you want to show their face-off prowess, do it. Pass across to Wotherspoon. Up the left side to Mantha. Anthony Mantha denied by Ottinger again, as that one is shouldered away and the rebound goes to the corner. Pass across. Brunick lets it rip, denied by Ottinger. Goes back to Brunick again. Tried to get it to Mantha, and the puck was knocked away. The Stars able to retrieve it. And they're trying to get it out. Nathan Bastian will do just that. Brian Rust gets it back. Up to Harrison Brunick. Brunick looking to dance his way through. With a shot at Ottinger, we'll get that one, and we'll hang on once again. Here's the Penguins' upcoming schedule. Very important game, IRL against the Islanders up next. And then the Red Wings in a back-to-back. Because, you know, got to have a travel with a back-to-back for no reason when the other team's not playing. St. Ivany with a bomb denied. And Raquel out in front. Ottinger hangs on with 5:25 remaining. I mean, I'd love to get some insurance, but if I can somehow keep Dallas in the defensive zone for 5 minutes, I would gladly do that too. Sidney Crosby wins it back to Jack St. Ivany. St. Ivany tried to get a shot away. It's knocked off the stick by Matt Duchesne. Shot denied by Stuart Skinner. And Raquel will send it right back into the Star zone. St. Ivany collects it along the wall. Tries to dance, but it's knocked off the stick by Rantanen. Oh, wait a minute. Did they trade for Eric Holla? I guess they did. Because I keep reading that, and I think it does say Holla, so. I might have seen that earlier, too, and then just my mind immediately went to, yeah, it is Holla. Huh. Wow. My mind immediately went to Heiskanen because I was trying to think of who else that was. I know it wasn't Hintz, but I just misread it, I suppose. Shot by Novak, looking for a second. Holla regathers now for Dallas. Sebastian. He won't be saying it's better down where it's wetter on that one. Shot by Chinikov. Handled by Ottinger. Here I am, butchering Little Mermaid. Under a minute to go. Pittsburgh's done a masterful job keeping the Stars, no pun intended, of Dallas off the score sheet, with the exception of Matt Duchesne, but he's not, to that same level that he once was in Colorado and Nashville. Still a great player nonetheless, and a player who's survived in this league for quite a while. Crosby went for the empty netter. It was knocked off the stick. There's Rope Hintz. Pittsburgh trying to get it out. Crosby. Go for it again. Look for the empty netter, and he scores! The Wizard of Crosby! gets the Penguins some much-needed insurance. It's 3-1. He just flings it on the backhand and hit the net with 10.1 remaining. Just as it looked like Dallas had a great opportunity to tie it. Skinner with some last-second heroics, and the Penguins hang on to defeat the Stars 3-1. Tommy Novak with the GWG, and Sidney Crosby with the empty net insurance with 10 seconds remaining here in the third. A defensive clinic by the Penguins in this one. How you doing, Iceberg? I mean, if it weren't for Jake Ottinger, I feel like the Penguins would have had a bigger score. But that being said, without two of their best puck-moving defensemen, the Penguins were able to get a win against one of the best teams in the league, the Dallas Stars. Your final, 3-1. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 39-24, favoring Pittsburgh. Hits, 31-18. Big margin there for the Pens. Passing percentage, almost a... Yeah, it is actually. It's an inverse of what we were seeing. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. Dallas dominated the faceoff dot to the surprise of absolutely no one who's been here long enough. But Pittsburgh got themselves 3 goals, 2 at even strength, and an empty netter to come away with a all-important 3-1 win. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the VIG Lounge. Once more, I have been the visually impaired gamer, 1987. I bid you adieu. And this, of course, is a part 1 of a 2-parter, as I've got the Golden Knights welcoming the Capitals, which will be happening momentarily. So please join me for that. But until next time, I have been the visually impaired gamer once again. I know I said it. That's why I said once again. But until next time, have yourselves a sensational Saturday, everybody.